Page 11, hurrah! Okay, so this is quite a complicated page. You just need to take the time with it, but it's not as difficult as it looks, theoretically, depending on the video. Okay, so this full page, you've got another little magnetic flap there, and this time I've actually put a mag pop underneath there, so that's there. Okay, I've got pockets here as well.
Don't do that.
You've got pockets here as well. You have pockets in the front. And then this is your, like your ribbon board page really, for tucking bits and pieces in. I've done it with card this time and decorative paper. You can do it with ribbon. You might choose as well that before you stick it in, you might want to put brads on each intersection point. It's entirely up to you. But probably it's best just to start this way to start with. And the paper's weaved as well, so you can see it goes over, under, and then you can tuck different bits and pieces.
Brief. I think everybody's going to need a cup of tea after this.
You might need a strong drink. Okay, right. First thing I'm going to show you is how to cut this frame bit. Okay, but I'm going to show you on a different pattern piece of paper because I didn't have any of the other left. So this is according to the measurements in the PDF. I think it might be 7 by 7/8. Okay, and what you need to do is mark 1/2 inch in from each edge, so 1/2 inch that way, 1/2 inch that way.
Okay.
Okay, all the way round. And then I find it's much easier if you can use a craft knife. I find it much easier if you have a trimmer where you can actually cut into the paper. Okay, so I know that that goes up to 1/2 inch, but I've got my 1/2 inch there, and then got my 1/2 inch marked here, so I'm going to put my blade in and go up to where my half inch mark is there. Turn it. I haven't moved that blade, so theoretically it should still be in the same place. My 1/2 inch mark is here, which might be difficult to see, so we'll just make it a bit brighter. Okay, turn it. 1/2 inch again. Don't move your blade, you know it was there before. Take that one out. Turn it. And take that one out. And that may need to go, I can feel where it is there. Okay, right, so that's that there. And theoretically, they should all pop out. If they don't, just trim without the magnets on your scissors. Just trim there. There and there. Okay, so you are left with your frame like that. And what I would then do is stick this frame. There's two choices. You can either cut your frame in black card, cut a square slightly larger than this, and then measure and cut your frame inside. What I tend to do is pop my frame onto a piece of black card that is bigger, so you've got an edge going all the way round, and then I stick it. Well, you can either stick it or you can mark 1/8 of an inch in each corner. Okay, and then do exactly the same thing, so you've then got a black frame that will go all the way round when you stick it on, so it's like that. Okay, so you've got your border both ways. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, yeah.
Okay, right, so we're going to move, but ignore that parrot paper because that's not the one you're working with. Okay, so you're left with this and this. Okay, and that is the basis of the inside so that piece will fit on there, and that is actually your base underneath. Okay.
Did you use the same technique for doing the one on the cover?
Yes. Yeah. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can't see what we're pointing at, but yeah, the inside cover that we did earlier.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Oops, that's flattened out the inside cover that we did earlier.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So my other magnet actually needs to go behind that frame, and it needs to be stuck on the frame because it's going to be raised up. But before you do that, you will see all sorts of lines here and you're thinking, oh no, what is that? Don't panic. Okay, these are your diagonal lines so that you can get your strips going the same way and in the right direction and equidistant apart. So if I theoretically, if I turn that over, it's not going to work, is it? But if I turn it over, it will. They should all. You'll see in the picture. They should all be the same distance apart.
You're going to come on to that in a minute.
Yeah, there's a really easy way to do it, and I haven't got my Tim Holtz ruler here.
Oh right, okay. So one with the lines on them.
I will put a picture in the thing, but basically, find your two corners there and draw a line. Okay, so we're drawing a line there. Then it's really dependent on the width of your ruler. Okay, so if you just want lines in between like that, then that will be the width between each strip. I used the width of a Tim Holtz ruler, so I didn't do any other measuring at all. I just drew my line like that, and then I got my Tim Holtz ruler, put one edge there, and the next edge of it came to there. Okay, so that's the actual width of the ruler. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I did exactly the same thing and exactly the same thing.
Right.
Okay.
So how did you measure between the...
But to measure between the two there, that is, I think that's 1/2 inch, isn't it? Is it 1/2 inch? Or is it 5/8 of an inch? It's 5/8 of an inch. And that's when I use the Tim Holtz ruler with the lines.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, how do you know from that distance to that distance?
That's a ruler width.
Oh, right, okay.
So that's
right,
what
okay. Yeah, I'm with you now.
Okay,
yeah,
right. So imagine... I've got this card. Right, okay. So a Tim Holtz ruler is 2 inches wide, isn't it? Perfect, okay. Okay, right. So imagine this is a Tim Holtz ruler, okay? So you draw your first line across there like that, okay? So then you line your ruler up and you put your next line there like that, okay? And you continue like that. And then you take your ruler, and it's got graduated marks of 1/4 of an inch on there, and you measure 5/8 of an inch or 1/2 inch. If you don't want to do that and you think, oh, that's going to be a bit of a hassle, cut 2 pieces of card, one that's the width of the initial one, the Tim Holtz, I think it's 2 inches, is it 2 inches? Might be 2.5. So you cut one that's that width, and then cut your 5/8 of an inch strip, and then you can just, this is 5/8, you can just do it like that, so you've got your marking point each time, and just run it across like that.
Okay.
Okay. I will do pictures though, because it is complicated.
Is that going to be in the PDF?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what I need to do is, that's my, in fact, I'm going to take, it's going to be easier to do it this way, I think. We'll take our magnet off our page, and we're going to put our magnet onto our frame in the centre.
Can't use that magnet.
I'm just going back on my page. No, I'm using that one. I'm not using any at the moment. Okay, right. So we'll stick that one onto that, and you can see it's sticking over the side, so I'm just going to trim it afterwards. You could also stick it just with the tape if you find that easier. So you don't have to trim it. Don't cut through your frame, obviously. Okay, right, so that will be stuck. You know that's going to be stuck down there, but don't stick it down yet. So you want your magnet to be there. So take your other magnet. So that's in place there. Pop that on there. Pop that on there. Don't worry that it's sticking over, but it's better to do your frame first, and then your that's moved. and then you trim that. Okay, right, so theoretically, I'll just give it another little burnish, just to be doubly sure. Right, so frame's going to go there. Your magnet is there. That'll flap up and that closes. Okay, so you're happy with that. Okay. Right, now in the instructions you will have cut loads of these. Okay, and these are 5/8 of an inch wide, and these are 1/2 an inch wide, I think. But it's all in the instructions. 3/8 of an inch. Which took a long time to do, which is why
Something brilliant's going to
something brilliant is coming soon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so turn this over, and you're going to do one way first. Let's just trim that a bit more so it's neat. Right, okay, so you're going to do one way first. Oh look, I've written here 1/2 an inch and ruler width. Who knew? Okay, right, so you're going to stick. You're going to do all one way first, and you can see where you need to put them. Okay. You don't even actually need to put that other mark in. You can just do your ruler width, because this will just fit on top. You know that when you've got that lined up there, that's going to be your width there all the time. So that's a ruler width. That's a ruler width, so that one goes there. So you don't need to measure out your 5/8 of an inch. As long as your strips are accurate, you'll be fine. Okay, so what you're going to do then, and I'm going to do this with tape just so it stays well fixed. And this is going to take a bit of getting your head round. Okay, right, so you're going to put a bit of tape there. Stay straight so it looks right. A piece of tape there, and a piece of tape there. Okay, not going into the frame at all. Okay, and then you're going to take that off, and you're going to stick that one to there and to there, and you're going to trim it. Okay, so you're going to do exactly the same thing again. Always the same direction. You're doing one direction first.
You're going into the frame.
Yeah, I'm going to trim it actually, because you need to have that stuck well down there.
Okay.
What I mean is, don't leave any out afterwards. So trim that there. Okay, so that's that one. So the opposite one of that one is going to be this one.
We keep putting your scissors with the
I know,
magnets
I keep
as
putting my
magnetizer.
scissors on top of the magnets, which is not a good idea, is it? So I'm going to put my scissors somewhere else, okay? And then I won't be able to find them. Right,
So you don't actually need to trim the outside bit till
no,
afterwards.
you can do it. You can do it afterwards. It's just really to right. Okay, so you're going to take those off. And exactly the same thing. You can go right to the edge if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. Same again. Oh, that's it, yeah. It's fairly straight. And I haven't burnished yet, but you would burnish very well. So you might have a thin strip left, which you have, so just use that. That's from some of your waste you've cut earlier. Just pop that on there. Let's burnish those. Burnish those. Okay, same again, we've still got some more to do here. And then we'll do this one here while we're here. Ones. And that one's only a smidge, so you might even get away with a little tiny piece like that. Yeah, okay, so let's just trim that. Okay, so that's your first bit. Okay, so now you're going to do exactly the same thing, but as you stick it this time, you're going to weave it. Okay, and the corner ones, you just need to jiggle and manipulate. Okay, so it'll be like that. So find, you can see that one needs to be, just keep it in line with the, so I'm just lifting the tape, keep it in line with the lines that you've already got. So if that's stuck down too far, just lift that one up.
It's going to be the trickiest one, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so just push that one in. That's it. Can you see I've lined it up now? There. And what I would probably do with this time, I would just stick the tape
over the top.
Over the top.
You put a little bit of glue underneath it as well.
Yeah, you could put glue underneath it just to make it strong. You'll find your own way of doing it that is easiest for you. Yeah? But it's really just the corners are the worst bits. I'm still looking at that, the corner's not in the middle, so I'm going to just, having stuck it down, I'm just going to move it a bit. It's got to be so you're all happy with it, so just take your time. That's better, that's more in the middle there, so I'm happy with that. Okay, right, so that's woven there, like that. So I think what I'm going to do is just carry on weaving. So that one's over, so that one's going to be under, over, under, like that. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'll probably glue those bits. Be easy, wouldn't it?
Mm. Okay, glue. Glue. Okay, so they're glued. You can trim that bit off. You could trim them all off at the ends, but sometimes you want the smaller bits for little tiny pieces. Okay, so that's there. So next one is this one. Okay, so that's over, so this one's going under. So you're going to have to push it in. Just take your bone folder, just move that a little bit. Okay, right, so it's going under, over, under, and stuck.
It's not clanking going on. It's not us this time.
No, it's not. Makes a change, doesn't it? Why have I not stuck that on this? Take that one down. they're stuck, so I've got 2 more little ones to do. So that one will be an under, which will go there, and that one will be an under as well, which will go there. Let's just lift that out a bit. Put that one in there. Okay, right, so this one's got to be stuck. And there. It's much easier with fabric on a board and just staples, isn't it?
So how many strips did you do? Was it 6?
I think it was 5 or 6. I can't remember, Kay. Remember, that's not my strong point. It's all in the instructions.
So I'll have a look at the video in a minute.
But you won't need, as I say, when our new thingy comes out, you'll be able to do these all the time really quickly.
Yes.
You can use a craft knife. I'm just going to trim these off. And as I say, you can do this with ribbon. If you wanted to, you could put brads in between all of these. You would then need to have another piece of, as you have your piece of paper behind, you'd need to put your brads on there so it holds it down, but it does restrict what you can stick in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, right, so you're looking at this. Now if you stick that flat like that, you'll get a bit of leeway, but not very much really. Okay, so you want double-sided, you want foam tape on the back here. So I'm using a black foam tape. And I'm just going to have a look and see how far. Yeah, I just did it on the edges. Okay, so black foam tape, and I'm actually going to stick the black foam tape onto the outer edge. This is something I think we need to source, because we use it quite a lot really. Well, I have found some, but it was too expensive, so I thought, if I think it's too expensive...
It's expensive.
Okay, we'll definitely think it's too expensive. But it's also got to work as well. It's got to...
Yeah, there's no good if it
no
isn't.
good buying one that's, yeah, a cheaper price and then it doesn't do the job that you want. Oh, there was something very important I should have said before all of this. Check your black frame, doesn't it impinge your hinge? When we're sticking this flap on, you need to make sure that you've got an 1/8 of an inch allowance.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. So that's your page there, and that flap lifts down. So your frame is there. You know you already had your magnet there. So you stick a piece of double-sided tape there, magnet on there. So the magnet is onto here, and it's popped on there like that. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is, this is the centre of your, when you cut your frame out, that's the centre of it, theoretically the waist, but it's not the waist. And that is going to go in here, and that will fit on top, and you'll see that the pattern continues. So it looks like it's meant to be there. So normally now I would use collal glue for this to have a bit of wiggle room.
Right.
But have we got any here? Oh yeah, we have. So sorry, Kate, it's going to be a bit stinky for me.
Okay, that's fine.
So take your directional arrow off.
Yeah, make sure you do that. I was going to mention that.
Oh, look!
And another one.
And another one. So we'll just... Well, that's it. If you cut the wrong bit of paper, don't despair, because you can always use it. Right, so I know I've got a bit of wiggle room with that, and I will have for a little while, so I'm not going to actually push that down very hard. So that's going to go on there like that. I'm going to stand up for this. needs to go that way a bit more. That's your hinge there. Oh, that way. Okay. Right, so I still haven't pressed it down really firmly. So now I'm going to do, I'm taking the backing off my foam tape, and I'm going to have a bit of wiggle room with this as well. But I'm actually going to use Collal for this because it gives me a bit more than my bookbinding glue, because that does still grab. Okay, right, okay. Make sure you've got your arrow
and your magnet in the right place.
And the magnet in the right place. So your arrow's there, so I know my magnet is there. Okay, I'm not going to block my hinge there. Make sure that that goes up and closes. Right, when I'm happy with it like that, then I'm going to go in and burnish. Glad we didn't do this page after lunch, okay?
Yeah, we don't function very well after lunch, do we?
And I will not be doing this on her channel. Okay, right, so that is your tuck-in page there, like that. But I actually quite like this because I think it's quite a nice, it's different. So that's that there, okay? And because you've got your gusset, that closes beautifully there. Okay, so we'll carry on the inside here. Where you've stuck your magnet, when you peel back the tape, just push that back, any tape, so that it's not going to show when you stick your decorative paper on. I'm just opening that to see what that's right. So that's opening down like that. So this one is going to be, it's going to be across the top. That's going to be mounted on there. That goes like, that's there. That's just a decorative strip. Is that, yeah, and that's just a decorative strip. Sorry, like that, can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is actually going to be a pocket here, and then I've got a decorative strip that's going to run along the bottom there. So we'll stick this piece on first. Out of the way, actually. It is stinky, isn't it? You forget how smelly it is. I do like it though, but you do forget. Okay, so that's going there. So I think I'm going to stick, I'm just trying to work out, right, stick this one onto here. When it's starting to get like this with little strips and stuff, it means you're really starting to use all the paper left that you've got.
So you often find that in the last few pages,
yeah,
it tends to be a little bit like that.
And if you find the last page has got loads of one paper, it's because I haven't used it through the thing. I thought, oh, okay, I'll keep that till last. Okay, so if that one goes,
You've got a strip on first.
yeah, it's alright. I'm just working. If that one goes on there, that one goes under. I just want to know if I need to lift the pocket up more.
Right.
That one goes on there. That's fine. Okay, so that one's there, so we can pop that just up there. Okay. Make sure that's, yeah, that's fine. Okay, then this one can go here. Just check. Yep, that's fine. That's there. That's straight. Okay. And this one is going to go here. So you don't want Let's just take a mag pop and put that over there, because you don't want that obstructed, do you? The although, right, okay, so that one is going to go. We're going to put this on here now, so it's hidden underneath, and that's going to protect that from there. Burnish that in there. And I'm going to put a piece of tape straight over the top, because it's going to be hidden by the pocket, but I don't want anything to catch, you know, if you use it as a pocket. That should be fine like that. And I'm going to leave...
You've got a strip anyway, haven't you?
Yes, I have, yeah, but the strip's going to go on top of there.
Okay.
So it's if something's underneath. Okay, right, so that's going to stick on there. You could put a mag pop straight over the top. You could put a piece of plain card. So that's on there.
Did you take the tape off? Is that right?
No, I didn't. I've left it like that on purpose.
Right.
Actually, no, that's not a good idea, because it won't stick, will it? This is there. That's it. Thank you, Kay. Okay, so that's there, and then this one is going to stick just along the bottom, like that.
Okay, and that's the same size as you've just done for your patting?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it ties in then, doesn't it?
Yes. So that's that there, like that. So now we've got the last bit to do, and this goes. So we have decorative paper there. I can see it. I'm going to pull that one up because I can see I've got it showing it. Right, decorative paper there. Okay, that is a pocket there. That is a... Now, I've done another of these magnetic brad thingies, but this time I've put the magnet behind and it's stuck with like a mag pop on here, like that. And the reason I did that was because I'd forgotten to stick it on before, so it's just to show you, if you think, oh, I've done that, but I've already stuck the decorative paper and I haven't got a magnet.
That was the whole point of the mag pops in the first place, actually.
Yeah. And we do have some really nice decorative ones just coming out as well, don't we, Kay?
We do.
And they're great for tags.
Yes.
So, right, okay, so that will go on there, and then this is just a decorative strip that's going there like that. So, after all the stress of the previous page,
That's easy sticking.
let's hope so.
Famous last words, isn't it?
Yes. Look, I've got a gusset there, Kay. Right, that's going on there. And then the last bit. Although that thingy, ribbony thing would be a good demo with the new thingies.
Really?
Do you want to do that one?
Probably, yes.
Okay, have I stuck that up? No, that's correct. Okay, and that's it. So we just need to stick this bit down. And that is actually going over the edge of the pocket as well. So that's there. And what I tend to do, I'd probably put a little clip there just to hold that with the glue. So that page 11.